Hey, how's it going? Mr. Choose here with Tray Arithmetic. We're going to talk about dividing fractions. So the way I teach this and the way I've always taught it is keep, change, flip. Do you know what that means? Well, if these videos help you, give me a thumbs up and like them. Also, there's a link down here that you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's important because it helps me push it out to more people. So please like this. Please subscribe. So what does keep, change, flip mean? It means you have to convert this division problem to a multiplication problem. And when you do that, since multiplication is the inverse of division, you have to flip. And what's flip mean? It means to write the reciprocal. So this changes to, I have to keep the first one. That's what the keep means. So I write 4 9s. I need to change division to multiplication, and then I need to flip or write the reciprocal. So instead of 2/3, it becomes 3/2. All right. Now I went over this in my multiplication video that I did earlier, and you can either multiply across. So this means 4 times 3 over 9 times 2. The problem with that is it's going to have to be reduced. So the way that I show people to reduce this is to break 12 into its prime factors. 2 times 2 times 3 is 12. And break 18 into its prime factors. And 3 over 3 is 1. And 2 over 2 is 1. So the answer is 2/3. And I want you to work these out without a calculator, because the problems when you get into algebra, and I get into my bare algebra, you have variables in there and you can't enter those into a calculator. So if you don't understand the basics here, you can't do it when there's X's and Y's in it. Is there another way you could have done this? Yes, there is. So let's look at that. So I'll rewrite it in a different color. So I have 4 9 times 3/2. This is after we've done our keep, change, flip. Now, I had this in an earlier video. Whenever you're multiplying fractions, you can look across a numerator and denominator to see if you can divide it by a common factor, and some teachers would call that canceling. Well, 2 and 4 can both be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. I just factored a 2 out of there. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now I do the same thing on the diagonal of 3 to 9. They are both divisible by the same number. It happens to be 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So now I multiply across, and I get 2 times 1, 2 times 1 over 3 times 1, which is 2/3, which is the same answer. Which way is correct? They both are. Which way I want you to do it? I want you to understand how to do it both ways. In example 2, anytime you have mixed numbers and you're dividing, you have to convert them to improper fractions. That is the very first thing you have to do. And the way you do that, you multiply the denominator times the whole number plus the numerator. So that's 8 times this 3 plus this 3 all over the denominator. Same thing here. The denominator times the whole number plus the numerator over the denominator. So it's 4 times 2 plus 1 over 4. All right. Now, 8 times 3 is 24, plus 3 is 27 over 8, divided by 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9 over 4. Now, remember what you have to do? Up to this point right here, I have to keep, change, and flip. So I keep the first one, 27 over 8. Then I change division to multiplication. And then I flip or write the reciprocal, which will be 4 over 9. Now, it doesn't matter to me which way you do this. You could do the 27 times 4 over 8 times 9. That ends up being 108 over 72. But that's not the easiest way to do it, because I'm not quite sure what 108 over 72 is. But I know that I have to convert that back to a mixed number. So when I convert it back to a mixed number, I have to take my 108. I wrote 180, it's 108, and divide it by 72. I know that I can only divide 172 out of 108. So my answer is 1 and 36 over 72. Well, some of you probably immediately see 36 over 72 is 1/2. So that equals 1 and 1/2. All right, nothing wrong with doing it that way, but there's an easier way. Well, what's the easier way? Well, after we've done our keep, change, flip, let's look for common factors. So is there anything I can divide 27 and 9 both by? And if so, what's the largest number, which would be called the GCF? Well, I can divide by 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 27 divided by 9 is 3. What about 8 and 4 on the other diagonal? GCF of 2. No, 4. 4 is the largest one. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Since there are no other common factors, I multiply across. So I have 3 times 1 over 2 times 1, which is 3/2, which is 1 and 1/2. Same answer. So when you do the keep, change, flip, and then see any common factors you can divide them both by that some teachers will call canceling, that just makes it easier. But you can multiply across if you feel more comfortable with that. If this helps you, like it. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my page. I want to continue to help you. So let's look at our challenge problems now. So I've got them written here on this other board. Challenge problems. Divide and simplify without a calculator, and don't forget to keep, change, flip. Challenge 1, 3/8 divided by 1/2. Challenge 2, 4 and 2/5 divided by 1 and 13/20. Remember to keep, change, flip, you have to change this to improper fractions. I'm Mr. Chu with Tray Arithmetic, dividing fractions. Remember, pause this, work on these challenge problems, and there'll be a link up here where you can click on it after you start it back up toward the end to see if you did it right. There'll be a link down here where you can get to other arithmetic videos. I'm Mr. Chu, and I want to help you learn math. Keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.